Hi, I'm definitely here, not a robot. Don't tell that to my students. They assume I'm just doing it on instinct. There's I'm too crispy. There we go.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I'm looking for J-Dog. There's Feature Greed. Dumb question. People know you're on YouTube, not Twitch, right? People know you're on YouTube, not Twitch, right? 'Cause there's no one in chat. Why don't I just drop one of these? Hey, J-Dog.
1 second.
Okay, J-Dog and Feature Greed. Let's take a look at their breakdown. J-Dog,
Hello.
Scientist, and Feature Greed.
Well, how's it going?
You're the first up, it looks like.
Oh, first up. Whoops. Let me turn my computer on here. Yeah, sorry, man. I was just talking to my I don't know if y'all been keeping up with this kidnapping thing that's going on with that Nancy Guthrie over in Arizona.
I read the newspaper, but that's as far as I've been keeping up.
Yeah, man, they released a video of they managed to recover some video from that camera that was taken, and it's just very eerie and very creepy and a very stomach dropping.
Capcom presents Marvel Comics.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I know that back when the Parsec era, when I was getting into the Parsec in the beginning, this might have been in the I know in Parsec lobbies before we used to play, but I haven't seen them in lobbies at all, really.
Yeah, because according to Start.gg, I did a query based off of your two profiles. You've played each other once, and Greed beat you.
Now face Storm.
Oh, okay, that's possible. I'm sorry, man. It's just I don't know, man. I'm just very troubling, man.
You're doing
Just plug in this controller here, and let me catch up, see what's going on.
Okay, I posted the head-to-head breakdown in the voice chat text channel.
Okay, stream 01. Oh no, that's off stream. Whoops. Can't even click the right thing, man. There it is. All right. Let me just go mute here, and I'll join you on commentary after this.
Yeah, Zetsu. I think it's theoretically possible to do auto-connect and auto-tech, but it's going to involve paying for the obnoxious Parsec subscription.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Waiting for confirmation of who's player 1 and who is player 2. It looks like we're finally getting into the matches. Okay, J-Dog is going to be on the left then. Thank you for the confirm. It's an interesting opener. We saw J-Dog absolutely crush deep into the top bracket yesterday. But, I mean, Feed Your Greed is a different player, really. Not a lot of practice on anybody who plays like he does. Definitely an upper American specialist, really one of the holdout Viper Tech Masters. Knows a lot of the stuff you probably played against, and also knows a lot of the stuff you haven't played against. So J-Dog definitely showed that the Nemesis, even in 2026, has a lot of unpredictability for someone who can pilot it at his level of play. I think that is the high point of this game, is that we are coming back into a renaissance of people admitting that they would rather just lab the characters they like to the extent that they make them viable. And it's an exciting thing. Welcoming everybody to Tuesday Tussle. Monday fades away a little more with each match as we move into this Tuesday evening extravaganza. We're playing on the Ohio server, so that means we're going to have a fairly decent balance between both coasts. No one says it's good unless you're Midwest, but it's certainly not as bad as it could be. And I'm seeing just Greed could have possibly pushed the issue straight away, but they are resolving to really build their bar and sneak a little in for Strider. I think this philosophy from Feed Your Greed is that he can very much control the measured gameplay at this range, and the assists just don't seem relevant between Jam and Seismos. a very level economy style of play that's leaving no room for mistakes because they're impossible to be made at this distance. Gets a bit of damage on the assist, but forces the X, and yeah, Feed Your Greed did so much with so little resources there to completely checkmate J-Dog's play. One more extension, gets a lot of damage off of that. An X Factor or no, Hulk going down early against a team that really struggles to get out of Viper corner. Okay, coins down, front back. Oh, J-Dog definitely reading that attempt to slug. Ooh. Crazy cross. He's got no X, but he might just be able to make 2 bars be the weapon he needs. One spent. Next character pretty close to a full bar, gonna need to even scratch. Playing really level. Very much into the eye of the beholder, though, to hard drive that close to the corner. Greed, once again, a very meter efficient, low damage scaling combo. Into the level 3 makes this an easy, definite kill. And J-Dog did so well in the initial run for being the one who used Nemesis to take control of the openings, but Greed's playstyle, leaving so little room for him to pop off with the Nemesis. This is just what we describe as card-perfect style of play. This time, J-Dog recognizing exactly what was happening to his team and finds the difference. The equalizer already in play. His Nemesis is just that prepared. And Hulk gonna be in for the mix. Perfect amount of bar to kill on this point if he can just get the connection here. Ooh. Greed, everything is looking so measured. He had the X, had to use it in that situation to guarantee the connection, and he's not afraid to just go straight into the team with a snap. Nobody expected he would go for that so early on in the life bars. Acid Rain goes for a fast timing, perfectly like the textbook says. He is really drawing out as much as he could from that X Factor, and he built so much bar in the process. Right, off timing. Luckily, Hulk not able to do much at full screen. Specifically want, well, Devil Trigger was still in the pocket. J-Dog gets one freebie with the X Factor, but had to spin it so early into the Vortex. Greed's unpredictability and consistent defense just so hard to break. But J-Dog's reactions were good, his sequencing is good, his use of tools exceptional. But Greed's leaving no gaps. He's moved and positioned his team to be a force of the logical matchup at its peak. However, bringing in the Mayor is definitely a cool change up, specifically for Feed Your Greed, because now the snaps and mids are going to be so close to a one-touch on all of his team. Viper's still going to dominate a lot of this early game, but now any connection could be a total team kill. So playing slow and steady will not guarantee anything anymore. So halfway into a health bar, both players trading as much as they can here. I'm curious to see who will make the first attempt. J-Dog. Oh. Feed Your Greed able to survive the mistake that may have been a punish here. However, this second sequence, didn't get the off the ground. Huge and pivotal little moment there. Winner's side life looking pretty important to the situation, but right now, Feed Your Greed is just playing out of this world. Great throw, J-Dog. That was a late hit, my gosh. Okay, they put the coin down, goes for the slug, no point to outbox in this situation. And this corner is now a perfectly live mix-up. Hagar can go lariat, he can go behind, he can go in front, hoodlum, fake for the throw, and nothing works. Feed Your Greed finding his moment of collective. Now easily must sequence the first kill, not spend too much X Factor, and keep up his orbs. The textbook comes back to bite, forced to spend the hard drive for fear it could happen in this corner, but that just gives him the perfect time for the orbs. And Feed Your Greed Strider, barely a scratch on him, executes another textbook takedown.
Alright, we back.
That was an exceptional opening match.
But yeah, like I was saying, man, it's just very stomach dropping, man. But let's see what match we have next. I might have to hop off, dude. That's like I'm just not feeling it. It's just the whole situation. It's just, like I don't know, dude.
Marvel players play if
It's
they're
just
hard. If
really-
you need something, feel free to take it.
Well, let's
You
see. I don't know.
understand.
We'll try to push through, man.
Ooh.
How's
They could be on the off.
your day going, dude?
It was actually quite good, except of course I always deal with freshmen, and freshmen somehow thinks that when I tell them to do something, they get some ability to negotiate. So I'm telling them, hey, you walked out of that disgusting bathroom, take your feet off the table. You don't want God knows how many what's are on your feet after that bathroom. You're like, well, why don't I get a say in this? You don't get a say in this. We have hygiene standards.
Wizard holding down the hygiene, bro. I appreciate you holding these kids to some kind of standard, man. I think that's what's... I don't know, man. That's what's wrong with a lot of kids these days, man. It's like people are too soft to push standards on because they're too worried about trying to be their friends rather than their guides. You know what I mean?
I do very much understand this. The gap is interesting. There are students who actually despise me and the rest of them who like me because I have a fairly loose standard of do your homework and I'll pretend you're not holding your phone after your homework is done. And the ones who apparently find that to be too much of a challenge for them.
Yeah, but you're doing good work, man.
Capcom
Here in Marvel, we measure Hulk players
Marvel Coming.
as being too restless or Wolverine players. At least both of those have the tendency to jump once in a while as opposed to just running face forward into the mistake. That is in fact a compliment to all the big body friends. Large kings, small kings. We like every character on this roster. It's shocking how much more characters we get in top 8s than other games now.
Oh, looks like Best Xbox is saying there's some static feedback. I wonder who that's coming from. I'm gonna mute my mic, and Xbox, if you're still in here, let me know if the static is still there or if it goes away.
Somehow me? Oh, that's interesting. Why is that? I don't think it's both of us, actually. Any ideas, Zetsu?
Yeah, that's no bueno if it's both of us. I haven't really changed anything since last week. Maybe, or what was it there last week? I don't know. And it's maybe just now being brought up. Some mysteries, man. Oh, Mellows and Inkla. This would be a good one. That'd be a really good one.
Wonderland.
Mellows, of course, rocking the Mag Dante Frank, and Inkla rocking the Team Ray Ray. So we'll see here.
He's been described to me by some people in the EU as a player who keeps everybody honest because his team is just potent fundamentals. He knows everything, he's careful when he executes. But oof, that ping definitely not great for the Central United States.
Is there a screen share? I think I'm still watching the YouTube stream. don't know. But are you watching the YouTube stream, Tim?
There
Oh,
we go.
there it is.
That was what I was doing. Didn't want to bother Zetsu if he was in the middle of something.
All right, well, we got coming into Mello's getting scooped up by Frank here, and it's on level 5 Frank. So this is a big W for Inkla if he can finish it off Frank right now. Oh, a lot of health, so yeah. A lot of damage on Dante here.
That keeps it safe. Best thing you can do in this situation.
And I respect that, just taking it. I don't think you can convert off of that solo with X Factor, and there was no DHC to worry about, so taking a little bit of a stretch.
When you
Oh,
go
you
up in
can.
the air, you can X Factor that and still confirm it, but it just probably wasn't worth it for a mostly dead Sentinel.
True. And then even if he doesn't die, you know, it's level 5 Frank against a big robot, I guess. That was smart, saving the resources there. Magneto coming in with X Factor 3.
You can feel Inkla,
Yeah,
they're
Mello.
fighting the latency a lot, but their form is so clean, and you can see them slow it down still how amazingly good he is at positioning his characters, but Mello's explosion.
All right, Inkla trying to weather the storm here. Not going to be able to eat too much of these beams, though. He's snipe out a beam? No. Mello's going to get the clean grab punish from there and take the first game. Pretty close, though.
Anytime you have to cross a coast to play, there's definitely going to be a little bit of moments where you're just trying to get your feet underneath you in this latency. We'll see if Inkla bounces back.
Well, they're going to have to bounce pretty high because we're... Oh, okay, no pictures taken here. The big W for Inkla here, all things considered.
I think the game ate his input. He got launcher instead of camera. This is huge.
But still, Mello's rushing down with his Frank, though. Oh! Ooh, okay, that was almost a sick conversion off of that full distance picture.
Wow, what a fade back.
So you no longer have to worry about the leveled up Frank, but that's not to say that Dante and Mag is not a scary duo also. Mello's is all I've noticed is able to play the team in any order and in any condition and still pull out the dub. So by no means is he out of this.
Inkla, tried so hard to get a little bit of a sneaky strike there, but now Mellows is controlling most of the tempo.
Yeah, that's just hard to block. Not even just given the size factor of Sentinel, but then you add in, like you said, the MS difference there and having to switch your blocks in a blink of an eye. The tall ass for Inkla. Is this 2? Yeah, I think it's 2-0 right now for Mellows.
Nice little set. See if we can get to the full corner. He's about to have 2-bar guaranteed kill if he gets the next hit. So where's the reset going to sneak in here? Oh.
Probably didn't want to try to go for TAC either at this MS by just a tall ass.
Speaking of which, needs the height adjust for the last little piece here. Oh, I see what he's doing.
Jam session? Nah. Level 3. Pretty good start.
Gets the 50-50 in the corner of Jam. Where are we going?
And now here come the paddle saws, dude.
That was actually
This
really
is huge
smart.
for Inkla.
He only had initially 1 bar when he leveled up Frank, so by just doing that, he was able to get him into a forced reset as opposed to giving back his turn of the super.
on the durability on the wine bottles, dude, is insane.
It goes for the incredible punish damage here. Gonna get one more beam, possibly. The best part here is he's gonna build so much of the bar he spends back on this next sequence, so it doesn't matter how much he spent.
So hard to block the roll into the jam session, the classic.
We go almost up to 2 bars again, despite starting at flat 0.
And Mellows, another 3-0 sweep on the Zetsu number 2. I'm sorry, the New Tuesday Tussle number 2, excuse me. 3-0 for Mellows.
Who's got the bracket, he asks? One sec, I think I've got the link. Got it. Take a quick look to see what's coming up next in this exciting sequence.
I see Demon Hunter typing, so maybe that's a thing to come. A thing to come here. Give me 1 second.
Huh, the link isn't working anymore. Fascinating. I'll give you a better one. We'll take a quick look-see on the side streams here. We got a bunch of different games in effect. Obviously, the first one we opened up with was Feed Your Greed versus J-Dog, but looking into the situation, Jumpman's going to be fighting Vicious Q, Demon Hunter against Brian, New York, Yuli versus the Agent of Force, Living Legend versus Jojo Lion, Happy Little Xbox versus King Carlos, and Maru versus I'm Too Crispy. I see Carlos, but I don't think I see Joker on this. I'm only getting one of the family tonight. Scores will be coming in shortly to see the results of a lot of these matches. Looks like it's going to be Jumpman versus Vicious coming up to the stream. That'll be a good match. Jumpman, always a favorite for his incredible way to play a team that doesn't get a lot of overall screen time.
Ready? Fight!
We back. So, do we have Hyo, Renmaru, and Demon Hunter?
No, it looks like it's going to be Jumpman and... I just said the name and I've already forgotten it.
Jumpman and Vicious. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, look them up. Let's see if these two have played each other before. Load match data.
Jumpman gonna be on the player 1 side here.
Only last week was the first time they've played, it looks like.
Oh, nice.
Names, check my scorecard. Yeah, last time that Vicious took it over Jumpman? Interesting. So this is definitely going to be a possible shift.
Lone Wonderland.
All right, let's see here. What's the Jumpman to do against this Mag Zero?
Yeah. Your matchup for Chris is already pretty bad against Zero, but it only gets worse when they bring in Magneto, the other character you hate fighting.
So far, Jumpman looking pretty good in this matchup here.
Meterless kill here too with the re-extend.
Whoa! How did Zero get hit there?
I think he didn't realize he was touching the ground while blocking Cold Star.
Oh! The counter, bro. Such a good counter.
Yeah, in slow, you also, I think, are too slow to do either of the reactions you can do against this counter, like installs or X Factor.
But I tell you what's not slowed down is Vicious's Doom right now.
Just scrolling the screen, a very good trick you can do with Wesker to evade things. What? Why did that hit on front?
Oh, are we gonna have some tag shenanigans? Oh!
Thunder, it looked like. Oh, that was a punish dropped by both players now, so the match continues. This time, not so much longer, though.
Player one wins. Get ready to brawl. Fight.
Ooh. Jumpman able to... Oh my goodness! Dude, Jumpman is so good at just finding the right projectile to throw out at the right time. Between the assist and Chris's different tools.
It also just feels like our opponent here, he's used to the fact that most of Chris's stuff you can mash out of, but the flame grenade and magnum sequences are the one things you can't. He needs to give them more respect, but he just keeps letting go too early.
We have the full kill on Zero here.
That works.
Ooh, good blocks. Raw launch, but didn't believe. If you're gonna be so bold to throw out a brawl launch, you gotta believe it's gonna hit.
Ooh, this time?
Oh! Waited a little bit for the grab attempt and punished the whiff.
Last time Wesker did a very good job of just running circles around, yeah, once again, exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I'm noticing a very significant uptick in Wesker counters being used by the Wesker base here. Very tricky and very hard to see coming. Because you just rarely seen it before, but we gotta adapt.
It's also leaving you with a message. You're too predictable.
Oh, yeah, the mental damage, dude. So I am hyped to see some Chris gameplay here ahead of Resident Evil 9's release coming up later this month. Hashtag not sponsored.
And Vicious needs to slow himself down. He's constantly getting caught because he overswings into things. This, on the other hand, the perfect amount of swing is going to find that one bar kill.
Oh, yeah, we have our own counters, Vicious says.
Yeah, there was no way you're going to be able to pick that up.
Yo, what a call, what a response, dude.
Okay, it's a weird hit. Nice connection.
Good blocks from Jumpman, but we couldn't block the toes.
This is exactly what Vicious Q wanted. Finally got to play his game his way, and this is going to be the possibility of a nice start.
Player two wins.
He only needs 2 more to win and take it back, or this could be his last chance in winners.
Reverse 3-0 incoming? Ah. Oh, very nice adjustments.
Builds the second bar. Nice.
Are we gonna save our Magneto? Yes. Magneto lives to see another incoming, or whatever you want to say.
He powered straight for the beam. Nothing stopped this character in a lot of situations, and this is a guaranteed kill with the extra bar and attack.
Good stuff. Yo, Vicious turning up the heat right now. Is that a punish? No, this recovers way too fast.
He wants that cold star. Oh, that was a little too late to try any follow my leads when he's already approaching you like that.
Do we believe in 10% Ami comeback?
It's possible, specifically because Vicious definitely calls his assists more than he should, and Okami Shuffle will demolish Thumb and Left 3.
And probably take the rest of Magneto here.
Ooh, Mist and Veils combos are so sweet. Goes for another set of Mist and Veils. Still has a little X. He just needs to get the last bit of bar on this relaunch. He got it.
Player 1 wins.
Good stuff to jump, man. Tanner, you know, he's got the dog in him, unleashing the inner beast to close out the set 3-1. Vicious, very good effort, and looks like they're going into their losers bracket run with a little bit of steam on them. They're really looking like they're finding the groove towards the later half of that set. So I have high hopes we'll see Vicious later on. Let's see, let me look at the Discord chat here and see what it's looking like. What was I about to say? Do you have any opinions on this 2XKO update that we recently got regarding the staff?
It's very disappointing. I really think 2XKO has a lot of potential. Definitely an early release game. And people will say, well, nobody likes versus games, but nobody likes launch games as a whole. It's been a bit of a running issue that people generally expect that patches are what makes the game into its robust seasoned final. See Dragon Ball FighterZ. So it does feel like they're just throwing in the towel really early.
Right, and I've watched some videos, and they're like, dude, this is coming off of their first major from Frosties, and they had a lot of entrants there, and I guess one of the things in that release, or that little press release there, is that they're not getting the engagement they were hoping for, which is, I interpret that as not enough spending going on with the. I guess I'm not too familiar with the game, but I guess there's like skins you can buy and different outros and stuff like that. So I guess people aren't really interested in that too much. They're like, well, how do we monetize the game?
It's really hard to read that, though, as they charge just frankly too much. I feel like what we see of Street Fighter 6 is people will definitely pay for stuff if you put it in front of them. Quite a lot. I mean, billions of other games do it. But they just came in so hard with the season passes and the pricing, when they definitely needed to ease into it a lot more. They just assumed the Riot reputation between Valorant and League would immediately get them in, but like, every single fighting game is blasting people with cosmetics. They really need to be adamant about the character before they buy that much.
Yeah. But we'll see. They're not throwing in the towel yet. I mean, it's not a good look, but they're saying it's just a part of restructuring and a different business strategy going forward. So we'll see what goes on. There's supposed to be an update later on, like an extension of that first post on what they plan to do with the game. So we'll see what that looks like. But speaking of what things are looking like, let's see what this next match is looking like. We have
Wonderland.
oh, let me. I
I'm too
was just
crispy
looking at it.
and happy little Xbox. Let's go see if
Yes.
we played each other. Little Xbox. My God, 2 seconds in and he's already going for it.
You blink and you'll miss it, man. Wow. And the confirm, yo, happy little Xbox came to play tonight. Yo, Xbox is going ham. Oh, thought the missile was gonna pick up.
Last time I saw Crispy, this Dormammu was his brick wall of offense. When you pair this character with Shuma, you have an incredibly versatile playstyle.
Oh, and that fish hook stuffing the assist and getting the hit on Nova here.
What Shuma unlocks, specifically if an off-the-ground cross-up assist, is just the ability to move between offense, defense, and keep away so well with this character. What? Why did that hit behind him? That was wild.
Hit Spears. Good block from Crispy here.
Speaking of hitting behind, my God, the Shuma normals always are so weird. He's in. One more mix.
Oh! I'm scared.
A weird body almost ruined that, but Xbox just so proficient.
Yep. Steps on the gas and not afraid to let up. This time the missile extensions are good. That is so tricky,
Blocked him
dude.
perfectly.
Javelin from one side, missiles on the other, and a Nova underneath. You're just, yeah, the perfect box. Good tech on the throw from Crispy. Just trying to find some room to breathe here.
Incredible throw, but has to take the block. I would like to see just a few more smells sneaking into this neutral, specifically when you're fighting Nova.
Oh my goodness, the missiles ruining the party.
Looks for an assist call. Gets one.
Oh, the powered up pulse gets the confirm from the stagger.
Builds the bar, gets the extension. That was a lot of damage.
Oh my god. Expect the thorns though.
Here comes the textbook stuff. What are you supposed to do when he fundamentally just treats you from doing anything? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Crispy decided to play that a little bit more aggressive there. Just put himself at a range to get thrown. I guess it is kind of hard to get set up with Storm if you don't have assists to kind of back you up.
Relaunch. Nice adjust. Oh, no, never mind. One more V-launch. Just a lot of predictable plays. Xbox has been so good at taking them apart.
Oh my god. That was scary.
big starter. No follow through. Just so much bleeding across Crispy's team. Nice throw.
Oh, too fast. Wasn't able to adjust the combo for the speed.
Oh, he's caught.
Crispy not out of this by any means.
Oh, nice low profile, but no follow through. That's an unfortunate drop he really needed. He has to optimize. Needs to get to the corner. Still use a few adjustments here.
This is looking rough for Crispy here. If we can get the kill. Oh, but happy little Xbox kind of went for an extended combo there. But
Said the spider to the fly, it's time for you to die.
oh, this is I don't know, man. Yeah. The Marvel gods would have had to intervene on that one to have a chance. But happy little Xbox, man. Yeah, another 3. I mean, we're getting a lot of 3-0s. Dude, I guess people just didn't have a chance to warm up, including myself. But
Tuesday.
You know. Yeah. But good stuff from Happy Little Xbox. That says, you know, very good display of offense and just a relentless pressure. Looking like they're gonna do some damage tonight in winners for sure. Well, let's see what we have coming up next here. Looks like we're gonna have. I thought Inkla and Vicious just played. No. That's not the match. I'm sorry. Oh, whoops! My match has been called. Hold on, let me go play.
All right, confirming. Ooh, a little bit of audio issues. Hopefully these will resolve themselves shortly. Coming on to stream 1, looks like they're gonna be Legend and Yuli. These two have definitely played a lot. Let's get that score breakdown on these two.
Oh, you're gonna have some data to digest on that one for sure.
Alright, Yuli, Living Legend, load match data. Huh. I wonder what's up with start.gg. They've only found, my algorithm only found about 5 encounters. Yuli won all 5 of them. Total sets, total games 19 across them though, so that's a good spread.
Does that pull data from every tournament series, period?
Anything involving the player names where they fought each other. So that's about, yeah, a lot of game 3s amongst those sets.
Okay.
The game 5s, because it roughly 3.8 means that anywhere from game 3s to game 4 range.
Also, hot off, well, not hot off the presses, but, well, I guess it is hot. It was hot off the presses for me, man. I heard that the Steam page for Marvel Telcon got put up, and that they announced that there's going to be 20 characters at launch. So that'll be a good chunk of characters. You know, and I was getting concerned here, man, because we kept seeing the same characters over and over again. It's like, is there anybody else in this game? So, looks like we might get a significant update this Thursday.
there's a lot of we don't know because 20, if in a true like Marvel first sense, it feels like you, but Pokemon is the same style of first game, using a lot more singular point of possibility. So depending on where characters show up, that is usually not their first highlight, or something enough to re-assist to get into the one. I've got the opener top his classes.
Alright, well, I'm actually about to start to leave y'all with the wonderful Wizard Kim.
Form fitting position, really very good about. I'm not sure if they intended for the reset or they just realized the hype was going to be off and made it a smart reset, but Legend, incredible patience on that defense. Looking much like the Super Bowl, a game of blocks, taking more than scoring here. Yeah, just fishing for the gunshot, looking for what little they can get on each encounter here. If all else fails, steal most of Virgil's meter. You're seeing a lot of good fundamentals coming in. Reliably, you have to kill on any touch right now, specifically with how little health Virgil has in the back, so I can see why that X Factor was probably a good decision. But that still means you are fighting this character completely without the golden glow. Never even batted an eyelash. Legend easily goes for the kill. And takes the first one against Yuli. Not an easy accomplishment. Let's see if he can take two more, or is things going to get rough in the sea of insane reads. Wow, I was so sure he was going to connect with the Buster there. Legend definitely throwing a coin on the table with that one. Gets it with the assist. That nullification property is just what he wants, to set him up and bring the hammer down. Virgil, the most scary character, now completely unchained from anything. Just going to spend X and instantly start the train. Legend still has his X and going to have the bar. So long as he can land, he's going to get his guaranteed escape plan. Half of X over for Yuli. Guarantees the initial escape plan, but Yuli really smartly just waits for the pop and takes the punish. 1-1 in a bat of an eye.
He dared to challenge the son of Sparta. Ready?
Just every single glasses removal from Legend takes a large chunk of the zero life bar. Truly, at this moment, it does feel like every little field goal for Legend is exactly what he needs to take out most of his team, but this time somehow he gets out unscathed, still able to play his Wesker into this. He doesn't care about this character in the long game. It's just taking care of Zero the best he can. Late teleport, but nice read from Yuli. That's going to be most of Akuma's life. Chris going to save this, possibly? Just barely. Legend, the character he's most known for neutraling is going to have to spend a lot of time playing right now. Read for the assist. Ooh. Yuli took the gamble. And Legend's play paid off. Still, same plan. Every little second counts for Legend here. Just wants to get Akuma back in play here. Guarantees the kill. Going to get the mix on Virgil with flame grenades and a fully loaded Akuma with most of his health in the back. But he doesn't even need it. The insane amount of damage Chris gets in X Factor. And the guaranteed game.
Player one wins.
2 up for Legend, and little things made such a difference there. Tried to get a lot of the latency to capsize or float there, but in either case, that snap to Akuma not paying off. He's now free of the character. got the whisker in unpunished. Legend is playing to his out so well right now. Whatever is possessing Yuli to make these drops is definitely playing into Legend's favor. Who positioned himself, recognizing the possibility of a punish on Akuma. It still went through. Legend took a lot of resources from Yuli to make that happen. And that definitely is going to make Virgil less scary if he can just get past zero. Chris is about to have another huge task on his shoulders. Let's see what can be. Legend pulled out of his big box of tricks. That was cheap. That was cheap again. What is Yuli doing? These are so scary. Guarantees. Oh, didn't guarantee heal, but that reset.
Player 2 wins. Light.
Were that not exactly what he needed to win, I would say he was playing with his food, but that was a executed sequence of events. Finally gets a doesn't get a clean kill on Victor. That was pretty messy, and he's still alive. Never mind. The Legend, same result. Really wants to catch Dante out of position. These assist calls. Flame grenades, just looking to force the wall. Oh, that late hit from Jam, exactly what Yuli needs. What's the snap? And dropping not with Ultimate here, it's going to be another situation, Chris or lose. Let's see if Legend can make this character go the dude. He's not dead. Forced to sacrifice him. Still, Legend really taking his all he can get here. Took 3 bars and the X factor out of you without losing a character, and now on the other hand, everything is falling apart. He's got X, he's got Chris, but he has very little left in terms of life. And an amazing showing, a lot of fantastic openings. Yuli pulling off the win, sending Legend down to the lower bracket, where I do not think he is finished for 1 second. What a match. A reminder to all watching, we don't have codes to claim, but we do have a match arena. So if you feel the need to contribute to this wonderful prize pool for the players, consider giving it a look. Being that this is an event for the Tuesday time slot, we'll always be pretty consistent about this, so head over to our Discord if you would like to join. Free to enter, and a good time to be had for all. Further reminder, keep your eye out across the Zetsu server. A lot of other events are possible if you are into the 2XKO. We have the weekly second on the that will be on the 11th. That'll be the second weekly of 2XKO. Sounds like things were amazing last week, so definitely give yourself a chance. Head over to our Discord. So who do we have coming up for the match?
Sit rep. Ready? Fight!
Oh, they're gonna be Feed Your Greed and Jumpman. I do not know if these two have much of a track record. Let's see if we can find out. Okay, Feed Your Greed. Jumpman. Let's look. Huh. Nope, only last week it looks like, at least as far as Start.gg is aware. And last week it was Jumpman taking it over Greed. Both these players are playing exceptionally clean tonight, so I don't think it's going to be anything sloppy between these two. Fascinating. Well, let's start the GG zone. Thanks for the update, Greed. But ignoring my many mistakes in currently beta tested technology, on paper this matchup looks pretty rough for Chris, but let's see if Jumpman knows a thing or two. Procedure Greed's high execution and ready cancel game. More than prepared to react to what their opponent is doing. That condition spacing leaves just enough room for Wesker to possibly hang himself there, but almost got a full confirmed combo off of that. Viper definitely getting a bit of a blessing. Full distance. One of the Jumpman specials that follow my lead, just so good at catching things. Now with Viper taken out, you can see that a change is coming through. This much more aggressive Dante play, but not enough to get the kill. An unfortunate possible little pickup. That looks like some Parsec magic. We can give Jumpman the opportunity to get this punish. Goes for the snap. Doesn't set up anything. Just went for the cold star pressure. Leader Greed now unchained, able to get a kill even with the low HP damage offered by Legion. For a line, Hammy, I'm not sure what kind of crush that was. Completely evades. Jumpman sets it up one more time. Gonna put the pressure on Strider. Which side? Indeed. He's agreed to his benefit. Gets his way out of the corner. Starts the Strider sequence. Gonna have plenty of X and orbs for the next part. And lets one rip. No confirm, but nice control in the neutral. Summoning the animal just to ensure he could do something of his choosing without overcommitting. Jumpman definitely gambling his bar here. Goes for one more miss and veils, and Strider. Gonna be 2 bars up if he gets the confirm, but Jumpman probably gonna be just short of this kill. Sets the reset and finds the low.
Player 2 wins. It's do or die. Fight.
Didn't get both characters there, but a full screen confirm coming in onto Chris. Jumpman, Chris, a great opener, but just not able to commit against the full screen level of control offered by this Viper. It is not a question of outboxing or slugging here. It is a question of how far are you still going to get hit by that assist. It's the X Factor, definitely knows there's a lot of HP, effectively a full treasure box in the back half of this game, so killing before anyone gets life back is going to be really big. And meter deficit, normally an issue, but Viper and X Factor does so much damage. Yeah, Chris, really not a lot of tools and not a lot of life. Chip going to be a major factor even if the hit didn't connect.
Player 1 wins.
But Feed Your Greed dominantly showing what kind of tech he has prepared for the situation.
It's do or die. Fight!
Big Magnum connection takes off more than Apple Strider. Jumpman, yeah. I think the level of caution now being applied to his gameplay. Really trying to point his shots when he can. But one small threshold proving to be more than enough to get himself killed here. Oh, goes for the snap, recognizing the the absolute problem of this Wesker on this team. Greed, well practiced, well honed, well optimized. These combos just doing so much and still building a lot of bar. Seeing if the team is able to be played. Chris in the back once again, and Tommy forced to deal with this Dante. Now, X Factor Chris, Legend managed to pull it off of X Factor 2, but let's see if 3 is enough to give Jumpman his just deserved comeback here, or is it going to be another closed set by Greed? Good respect on the grenade, going to pull back a little. About X Factor, Feeder Greed, possibly just looking for a little bar or an opportune moment. Not only sneaks the X Factor in, gets the tag, and is going to get a kill off of it. Some things you simply cannot predict, and Feed Your Greed always managed to confirm them. And Jumpman, an incredible player, a lot of incredible tech, but after the first match, things just haven't gone his way. He's one on the board, looking like maybe the last he's going to get before he heads to the lower bracket. Feed Your Greed has started the clinic. Masterful bait. Another guaranteed kill. It is land and live or die before you touch for Wesker here. Ooh, put it all on the snap, but not the right choice. Focus attack goes through, and there we have it. This team absolutely in the hands of Feed Your Greed, a masterpiece of offense and tech. That means Jumpman's now heading down to that lower bracket. Still a lot more games to be played there if he's up to it. That means coming up next, we're going to have Happy Little Xbox and Julie, looks like. Let's see if... Oh, these two look like they actually do have quite a bit of track record.
versus Capcom 3.
Between the two of them, according to Start.gg, assuming this is still working, there's been 33 games. Philly is 1. Of the sets, 8. Xbox is 1, assuming this data is correct.
Marvel
Exciting to see if he's got it in him tonight, or is Yugi going to continue
chapter. The superheroes are all here. Rise to the top.
his reputation and more for just destroying people, no matter the MS, no matter the challenge.
Live and let die.
Winner of this will be going up against Future Greed in the winner's position. Definitely a lot on the line, specifically a lot less matches to play. Okay, interesting. There we go. Okay, both players are there. I was curious for a second.
Triple piercing. Batter shot. Yes. Exploding arrow. 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 Ah! Danger. Shot. 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 Ah! Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get ready for the fight of your life. Bone Wonderland.
Tuesday Tussle number 2. It's going to be Yuli versus Happy Little Xbox. This matchup, very doable, but definitely hard, but Xbox just really likes that opening. I would say he throws cautions to the wind, but I just think that's his ultimate prediction game coming into play here. He'd rather play from that position, spend these X, and just give his position dominantly before his opponent can get any breathing in. So Yuli definitely in a state of instability as he's coming into a lot of his mix-ups, getting caught by the throw, and still only one character left for Xbox without a scratch on his team, possibly. Really smartly gonna go for a safe approach, get his character in here. Most players would prefer to wait for the 3, but this is a situation where 2 definitely going to be what he needs. Jam Session, such an exceptional part of pinning down some of the characters Xbox plays across his team, between Strider, Doom, and Nova. But that means really he's definitely going to be tapped out of resources before he is done taking out Xbox's team. Let's see where this goes for him. Impressive play. Yuli definitely overextended a little bit once that X fell out. And Xbox just playing at this peak pace. And pretty impressive for a sequence of events that really did just start with letting rip Human Rocket so early into the match. Let's see if Yuli's adapting as Xbox playing at peak pace, going to be everything he needs. It looks like Yuli's actually trying to match it. Definitely lets it rip, doesn't really spend much of time throwing out fireballs, instead wants to just go straight for the lightning. Well, at one point there was a lot of health on Nova, but now we are already seeing him go to the Strider. It's not a matter of taking control of his meter at all. He's just going to spend anything and everything he has to take care of Xbox's problem characters. I expect that Yuli, if he gets a connection here and can't kill with meter, is still going to probably let his X-Factor rip. But this overcommit game definitely paid a lot of dividends initially, but you see he is running to foot dive every time. I think he's overcommitting to the fact that he wants to be as fast as Xbox. It looked incredibly good, but he is definitely leaving gaps, and Xbox is definitely punishing at these points. okay, here's another situation. You're gonna get the kill off this throw, but do you want to spend all of your bar, or do you want to go for an early X here? Yeah. In either case, you are going to be fighting a Virgil and X Factor. In this case, why a little bit of both? Hopes he can get the reset. Doesn't spend into the X or spend all of his bar, but I'm not sure that's a play he's committing that's going to pay off with. The deepest Helmbreaker. Okay, that did take most of his X Factor time, so we are looking at a situation where you still have something for Doom to work with, and finds it. My seat reeling back as Xbox now into the driver's seat, going to take care of this character, possibly meterless. And it's all up to Dante in a position that's not favorable coming in. Fear Flame, that's most of his health now. And Chip is all it may take. Photon sometimes loses, sometimes wins. This time winning for Xbox. Devil Mist I will connect. That is an overcommit. If Yuli can get this link, that is likely to give him either the kill or the life lead here. Never didn't have it, Yuli. What a punish. Wait. Once again,
Player 2 wins.
the last pixel making the difference. Yuli not recognizing that he actually had to block there. Xbox going to the signature open. Some days you're the outboxer, some days you're the swarmer. Xbox deciding he wants to be the former. So just pull back and shift his style. And there's the confirm. Doesn't get a big hit here. Ooh, forces the Virgil out early. But he doesn't have a lot of bar, and I'm not sure Yuli really wants to go into level 1X just to kill a character here. Trying every situation, and not every situation working here. Yuli now gonna have access to that level 2 if he wants. Recognizing just a little bit of a hesitation in Yuli, Xbox looking to make this a quick kill. Ooh. Not sure if that was a bait or just waiting for the assist call there, but that almost was a flawless punish and bait on Dante here. Waits for the neutral, possibly looking for the assist call, and putting a lot of confidence in Scroder to keep it protected, but oh, that punish, that recognition from Yuli, that takedown, so efficient. Really making the most of X Factor 2. Xbox is looking to put him in jail. Yuli got the most out of every single resource he had built up there. Going to ride that momentum where he doesn't have bar X. Has very little life with Reigns on Doom here. Both players choosing to play at that outboxing position here. It's definitely going to be a question of whether or not projectiles are a better choice for Xbox or a better choice for Yuli here. Is down, Dante very out of position with all these damn switching calls. And Yuli's positioning himself a little risky. Goes for a safe chip out opportunity. That could have possibly been it right there. Took the gamble. The teleport might find the small spot. And now it is all up to Dante. The hammer beats the foot dive.
Player 1 wins.
Really, a lot of smart play. The players once again back at the outboxing position, recognizing that both of them are overcommitting and choosing an approach of not committing at all. Xbox's plank saved him, but ooh, that is a sacrificial Nova if I've ever seen one. I wonder what Xbox was thinking there, possibly expecting Yuli to overreact in some capacity, but Nova tapped out, Doom only at half. Let us see if he can get to his Strider. Not a hesitation in this situation. Gets his characters in. X Factor going to be the playmaker if he can somehow get it to go. Once again, it is all outboxing here. Xbox not going to choose to make X Factor his opportunity to push it forward. Just going to see if he can lock it and hold it long enough to take this. There we go. X Factor is spent. Strider will get orbs, but that implies Strider gets in and all. Never mind. Proving the last thing on his opponent's mind. It's going to be a meter drink. DIC setup there. Gets it. And puts himself into a monopoly of the neutral right now. Strider, no health. Chip gonna be... What a bait. Unfortunately, Virgil's still in the back.
Player one wins.
Might.
And every game between these two proving to be a different dimension of playstyle. This Xbox looking in fine form. Definitely a player who can fluctuate between being quite good and being able to take someone at Yuli's level. Tonight, definitely where he is playing at peak form. Let us see if he can close it out, or is Yuli. Consistency definitely his middle name here. Okay, Yuli commits to the ground here. An Xbox, not sure exactly if he expected to get through that or looking for the cross situation. Definitely falls prey to Yuli's strong defenses. Wants the Strider, despite Strider really not making a lot of comebacks this game. Still, that assist, a dangerous tool. Looks like the Xbox going to take one last human rocket gamble. Just no space to call that Strider. Now, Doom, this character for best Xbox, easily play of the game almost every single time. His ability to control the neutral with Vajra and just make it so hard to get any momentum has been what has brought Xbox into almost every game, and it never stops here. Gonna be off timing to call Vajra. So goes for it. Well, Xbox tried to bait out that hammer there. Yuli's timing exceptional. In this case, you can see that Yuli still trying to play the outboxing style he's playing as the Arrow, with the life lead being a big thing in Devil Trigger. However, Xbox definitely gets more looks and hits when these two go at it at this distance. However, that life problem still lingering on every horizon right now. Just looking to try and land Plasma Beam into the assist. Still, that was a lot of life. That's exactly what he wants.
You're going down.
Has to activate X Factor Legion. There is actually a multiple situations because Strider can hit the top of his head where Phil doesn't have a good reaction. Yuli not heeding caution possibly in that situation. Puts him into a lot of situations, but speaking of not heeding caution, went for the risky launcher when he probably wanted to block there. Xbox so close to victory, so close, but still just a silver medal as one of the tightest sets of the night closes out with Yuli staying in the winners despite Feed Your Greed, but my God, was that close. Oh, went for wall click and got just ass. I've had that happen a couple of times. Xbox, that was an amazing play. Just so we're on that clear basis. You played incredibly well, and that looks like We're gonna have Legend and Ink coming up. Speaking of players playing incredibly well. See, I definitely think these people played at least once. I don't know if they played any more than that. Let's take a look. Like they've, yeah, 2 instances, at least as far as Start.gg is concerned. It looks like these two actually do have a, you know, a decent interaction between the two of them. They've played a total of 8 games between the two. As far as Start.gg is concerned, these two are pretty equal. Definitely an interesting matchup these two play. Going to be a character mostly grounded versus Inkla, mostly airborne team-wise.
Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get ready for the fight of your life.
Thing. Wonder if Legend's just waiting for a small spike to drop. There we go. Gets his Chris.
Bone Wonderland. The fight is on. Go for broke. Fire attack.
Legend brings in the Wesker for point here. Exceptionally good at being able to keep pace, specifically when the rest of your team is a little bit more cautious around a mag like this. Inkla gonna optimize all of the damage and meter build to get this guaranteed level 3. Definitely something that is well versed is the ability to turn that level 3 into that exact setup. Gets out of that meter donut, specifically after that big spend. Just the X Factor, going to have a bit left over for the next one. Managed to find his connection. Smartly realizes he has to bait out Legend's famous escape. And all things looked so good until Legend found his connector. At this point, with 5 bars on deck, you are afraid of everything he's going to be doing, from his connections to his demons. Definitely an inheritor of the unique factor we used to call the Wong, where you have just seen it happen so often you are afraid of it being you, and it looks like it's going to be Inkla this time, as Legend going to easily bulldoze once to the life for X Factor fades, and 1 bar for the kill.
Player 1 wins.
The legendary Anchor Akuma does it again, opening up Legend to be the first on the board. Interesting. Legend looked to use the counter to position himself there, but you can see Inkla, even if that had worked, making sure he's not in a predictable position, just goes for a good look here. Between these two assists, Inkla able to chip just as much as he pushes him back. Legend, you can see why the Akuma has not left his team for so long, just when he finds situations like that where he bulldogs straight through a lot of what's coming into play. Another good hit for the assist. Follow up for the Chris. Looks like he can build a bar, and oh. That's heel hook S not connector. Legend definitely falling short of what he wanted there. Goes for the guarantee. Inkla just hangs to the ground. Definitely a character more dominant in the air, but you can see they want to see what Legend is doing. This play style where he's holding his ground like this, definitely warranting at least a more careful eye in the situation. So once again, the optimization station finds its mark. Inkla keeping himself in a very healthy range of butter. Sets the snap. Gonna have perfect timing. Oh no. Perfect timing, not perfect position. Legend finds himself a fairly easy escape. Inkla not able to stop taking a lot of damage with his system. Again, he does know this tech. We have now seen it twice. Using alpha counter into hard drive to take care of that punish. Really, it does feel like a new page for Sentinel players, remembering that they have that available to them. Because once again, it does prove to be the undoing of Legend, taking out the Akuma and leaving the very vulnerable Chris. But showing that they know how to change fate in the situation. Playstyle adjustments and some really smart punishes, even with the latency they're working with. His reputation as the player of incredible fundamentals, well earned. There is no X Factor God Edgar on this team. There is just a lot of incredibly well-versed setups. And some impressive reactions for blocking. Well, players respecting what they put on screen between the flame grenade and the drones. But positioning so well for the assists, but Legend, one of the most impressive abilities for forcing throws in situations to his advantage. Not going to beat around the bush. Going to get this kill on the character he does not want to fight, Chris. Gets the timing. Doesn't feel the need to call an assist in that situation when he knew Inkla was likely to fade back. But looks for it, and once again, the Sentinel play to punish this Akuma. Looking next level. Both characters on Legends teams low. We're going to see an X, I expect, sooner than later. Unfortunately, not in the way he wanted, but still, that's going to get that life back when he needs it. Inkla just holding court here. While the X Factor is on, there is no point for any major commitment. He has a small life lead, and he has the ability at any point to transition from that into drones, so it's pretty safe. There is no X. Now, so going to be able to get a lot of free chip with this X Factor photons, and even better, finds that low. The neutral play from Inkla into that last 10 to 15 seconds just really honed in on where Legend was leaving gaps. However, Legend himself more than capable of doing it. Just barely a few seconds into the match, and we have already lost 2 characters, spent 3 bars at X Factor. See if Inkla can suddenly take on all of the burden of an X Factor 3 Sentinel before we have hit 88 seconds. Gonna hold on to his X Factor as long as he can in this Chris match, but oh, I think we're about to see it spent. To the bait, tried to find the S. X Factor ticking down, but ooh, the allure of the S just a little too strong. Legend holding his defense, reads for the situation, and tries to force a throw. With Flamethrower in his hands, just so much meter build, but ooh, weird Sentinel hitbox does give the smallest of another chance to Inkla here. Legend, oh, that flame grenade well placed.
Player 1 wins. Mission accomplished.
Puts the burden on Inkla once again to make that comeback where it just wasn't possible. We are into our last match between these two in losers right now. One's going home, one's going to push forward to more opponents. Nicola going to start the optimization station, goes for the snap on the Wesker. Interesting. That is a level of confidence we're not seeing by a lot of other players who would prefer the Akuma. Oh, kept the bar when really shouldn't. For how much he was hit, it is going to be Legend who's going to get that first blood, and it's going to be an exceptional turnaround. Oh, speaking of exceptional turnarounds. This last match for both players turning out to be a little bit more of a comedy of errors than one could have predicted, as both players have exchanged and handed back the hits here. Forced us to go for the force spend. Gonna take her, Chris. Legend doesn't have any X for this Akuma. Still has a lot of bar, and there's not much life, so it is not fair by any extension to call Legend out of it. Has to optimize, goes for the reset, and finds Inkla caught. Despite a lot of hard breaks coming into that final match, Legend consistently closes it out with the exceptional Akuma, going to stay alive and send Inkla out. Wow, both of these players played at their pinnacle. And to take a quick look on the off stream, we have going on simultaneously is King Carlos and Brian New York. Looks like Carlos got sent down in the first round and then took out Maru Melos to fight Brian, while Brian went against, let's see, down in the second round, took out Jojo Lion. So, who did Brian beat in the first round? Brian beat... Okay, Demon Hunter had to DQ to the lower bracket, makes sense. Brian was knocked down by Feeder Greed, interesting. Case, Legend gonna go on to fight Jumpman, gonna see a Chris Mir, and Carlos and Brian, whoever wins this, will be fighting Xbox. So, things to be pretty clean, but I think we're moving into a big match. It's going to be Yuli and Greed coming up to the top. As Feature Greed mentioned earlier, he has definitely been out of the mix a bit since his last online tournament. He states is 2022, meaning that perhaps to his advantage, he has not been under the constant thumb of Yuli's exceptional results. So maybe he's just a little bit less concerned than some of the players who've had to grind out against Yuli about a lot of what he does. See if a fresh outlook is what he needs, or if he's just going to have to play out of his mind against a consistent opponent like Yuli. Well, shoutouts to some of the other high performers in the bracket. J-Dog did take out Demon Hunter before falling to Legend. To get both players in, I'm excited to tell you that if this wasn't enough Marvel for you, you can always tune in next Tuesday. That's who's able to make it happen. I think we'll see another tussle and another opportunity for so many great matches like this. Again, check our Discord. a reminder, I hope everybody's been having a lot of fun. There's been so much good to watch between Marvel, obviously that incredibly large football game we just had Sunday, and the ongoing Winter Olympics. It's never been a better time to cheer for one of your teams. I think it's worth mentioning just because it's so much fun in general sometimes to just be a spectator. Playing is absolutely great, but it's wonderful to see other people who are good at things you like. Looks like we're waiting for Yuli, so if anybody knows where Yuli is, please send him a message. Hopefully we'll get this going pretty soon. Probably take a look at this too. For the people who have played him, what team does Brian New York play? For the reminder, if you are into 2XKO, and definitely there's a lot to like about that game, changes or otherwise, you can of course check out the upcoming 2XKO tournament on the server. You're going to be in our Discord. It's going to be on the 11th, at the same time as this event, that being that 6:30 CST. Please adjust for your current time zone. Oh, thank you. Deadpool, Dante Strider. That is a classic team at this point. I'm so happy to see people still playing it. And specifically more after seeing people like Wedge take Deadpool specifically, like so far up. Deadpool Dante definitely is a team that's incredibly fun to watch in events. Definitely great to feel the crowd when you get those really close cross-ups. Similar to the Spider-Man factor. Spider-Man is a great character, but Spider-Man, when you have an audience, it's an amazing character to hear everybody go for the calls. Hopefully we're going to find our other player soon. While chat's just listening here, I'm going to ask the obvious question. How much would anybody hate or appreciate it if their Twitch client would start yelling at them when their match was on? I'm looking into in-Twitch apps like they use for some stuff. Like there's one for Magic the Gathering online or Arena where you can see what cards are being played. You don't have Discord indications? Okay, interesting. So I'm always looking for new ways to alert players to their matches. Obviously, a while back we got automated Discord calls for my bot stuff. I also can do Twitch bot now. So you don't have it set up here, but I can call matches in the Twitch chat as well. So it'd be interesting to get an actual app that just flashed colors or something in front of your video.
A new title has been unlocked.
SMS would be interesting, but I feel like I'd end up spending money on that. Off-stream report. It's like Carlos took it over Brian, but Brian took him in the game. Last game in particular, with a 2-up win himself. Means Xbox will be fighting Carlos. Jumpman is currently fighting Legend off, it looks like. And we finally got in both players in. feel like Yuli's done fairly well against Viper players, but also as far as TNS is concerned, there are only a few Viper players. I don't think any of them play the same team as Creed. Okay, coin is down. Gonna be actually Future Greed who's gonna be the one swarming in, with Yuli trying to outbox the situation. But that's the thing about Zero, he can shift his momentum on a dime. Going to take it. Ooh. Take it to the corner, but the weird body shape from Viper, I think, may have been the factor there. And Future Greed never wanted to miss an opportunity for that kill on the Zero. Tried to read for the situation. Jam session in neutral with X Factor. Yuli, what a snipe. And a little X Factor. Didn't go a long way as Future Greed is now tapped out when he comes into his Strider. Let's see if he has the plan for the situation. Still alive, X Factor up for Yuli, but this chip is non-stop.
Player one wins.
Might.
Get ready to brawl.
Both players feeling to get a good grip in this situation. Definitely. It's going to be a game of instants and situations here. Yuli off to a really good start after a point-blank snap on the Strider. Coin goes down, and he immediately wants to pass it to the next character. Reed, for his credit, has withered a lot of Storm there. Good blocks on the Dante. He finds himself out of the corner. Let's see what can happen. That jam session, an unbelievable save. Thought the assist might have worked there. He's with the Virgil. Future Greed definitely had a lot of really good ideas coming into that. Possibly going to get another shot, but not in this kind of lockdown. Yuli flips the coin, puts it under his palm, and hides it. But Future Greed guesses right on the call, able to get his Viper out and X Factor. Wonder what we can do in this situation. He doesn't have the bar for the EX Seismo, and he doesn't have much life.
Player one wins.
And unerring, Yuli managed to just control that situation with the robot at the human face. In this case, after two very aggressive choices from Yuli, Greed tried to be the one to pull back and to let that laser rip. But once again, Yuli plays well when he makes drops and plays well into a lot of neutral situations. So the Future Greed finally able to stabilize in the mid-screen. Let's see if he can actually turn the pressure to his side here. Holds on to the optic laser, looking for a possible punish. Oh, almost found it there. But not able to be patient forever. Had to be a man of action. Brace themselves for the sequence. Possibility of jam session he anticipated, and Future Greed has suddenly become electric. Gonna be prepared to spend here coming into his Dante. Luckily, there is not much scaling after that. Goes for the chip out. Because he chips, he also got access to the Acid Rain mix-up. Baited the X Factor from Yuli, but not able to punish anything of that piece of ideas here. But Yuli possibly going to tap himself out, but no chance. Yuli making that last little bit of X Factor feel like an eternity. As he turns on the offense and nothing feels like can stop him here. Gets into the wrap, gets the reset, and that will be the guarantee of this kill. Dimension Slash, Future Greed. Heading into the shark-infested waters, definitely did a lot of really great ideas in that situation. But Yuli, in consistent fashion, going to be holding the throne of Grand Finals for an opponent determined by these next matches. Okay, locking it in. Next match is going to be like Xbox and Carlos on stream. I feel like these two have definitely played at least a little. Carlos for a while was fairly consistent at joining TNS. Okay, the breakdown is going to show between these two. Looks like they have played a total of 8 games, and in those 2 sets, Xbox has won both times. Obviously, an incomplete record, as that's only based on start.gg encounters, but we'll see if that stays consistent or not.
Get ready to brawl. Fight!
Get to the Xbox on the player 1 side. Carlos on player 2. Both of these players, I'll say this once, and I will confidently say this again. Strong any day of the week, but every once in a while they will hit incredible levels of proficiency and power in one week or event in another. Xbox themselves pushed Yuli to a last game situation, and Carlos is an exceptionally dangerous team when everything is optimal. Between these two, it's going to really feel like a situation of which one is going to be able to pull out their full power of this team situation.
Bone Wonderland. Who will come out on top? Live and let die. Fight!
Carlos, sometimes known for playing their 0 in the middle slot, much like a Virgil as a character to use the DHC and to install the kill. But that's looking like the right call right away. Finds 2 characters, gonna have a lot of bar to play with Hook. And Xbox definitely wants to touch the ground. Not gonna have orbs until he guarantees at least 1 hit. Played out of the situation pretty well. Already at half X Factor, so going to have to rely on the orbs reliably or get a very quick hit here. Finds that fast hit. X Factor probably going to be enough to kill this character. Legion, just enough. And things good for the neutral. Going to have the orbs, going to have the guaranteed setup. Still, with the inability to kill Doom in one connection, Xbox does have to play very carefully. Doom definitely has a damage advantage that cannot be understated. And that meter advantage also able to put a lot on the screen to just slow this neutral. Carlos, not cognizant enough of the advantage he had, definitely put himself in a situation that made it very easy for Xbox to take that raid on Vajra. Ooh, the charge into that situation. Xbox tried to go for a human rocket punch there. Now, Carlos, doing what he's more known for, brings in that Viper and is just going to, between his assists and his options, put up a pretty strong defensive wall. Forcing X Factor possibly here? But Carlos not going to bite on that situation. Just going to let that character sit in the back and hopefully not take any more damage. Both players playing Viper tonight, just really good at moving and still able to keep those defenses uptight. Xbox definitely playing into his outs here. Foot dive is one of the ways he guarantees damage at his meter level. Carlos knew what was coming and knew the timing he needed to get himself into that position. Didn't necessarily want that, but doesn't take much penalty for that, specifically when you're running 0. But Xbox, the throw of the century when he needed it most. Respect that. When you've got a backload situation with two characters who cannot reliably kill, you could wait, you could try play for the reset and get that bar for Strider, or you could just put Nova into X Factor and see if you can't get multiple connections and kill this way. Still the possibility of getting that bar, but if you can just do it all with Nova, it's probably a better call because of how much you can get off of the Vajra assist. Definitely X Factor routing was ideal for Xbox here, as now he can still play to the defense that assist and Human Rocket Punch, giving him more than enough checkmates, even to some of the best defensive tools from Doom. Oh, the weird, probably a little bit of a parsec hiccup there. Definitely caused a major drop here, but Xbox not one to let anything bother him. Gets the weird adjustment for the missile, gets one more. Oh my god, Carlos. Not sure they knew the assist was coming, but they knew they could find that hit and make it work. Now it's all up to Doom, Xbox. Ooh, almost lost the character right then and there. Carlos playing with a lot of confidence and still has a lot of bar, but a major incident. And another happy birthday, this time for Xbox. Puts him in a defending position. Carlos expanding it. Somehow still able to find that throw, even in shark inflicted waters going against all those photons. Into the reset, Xbox becomes predictable in that one little state of panic, and Carlos keeps to the effort required to play Viper and the mindset.
Player 2 wins.
Pulls off an incredibly successful sequence of events, highlighting why people haven't given up on this character and why we still are so afraid of her. Yeah, Xbox just really willing to put up shields, recall the assist, and then just full screen Human Rocket. Pulls back to the far screen, once again looks for another one. But a little bit more aware of his life total. Actually finds it on both characters. I'm not sure initially what Xbox's plan was, but that suddenly became everything he wanted, and he was quick to react to it. Another incredible throw, going to evade all the missiles with that longer animation. Yeah, Carlos playing exceptionally well right now. His unusual team gives him a lot of opportunity to be tactical across a couple different playstyles, similar to what Xbox likes. And both these players thus can commit and change a lot of what they're doing based off of what team they're putting on their points. Oh, tried to make it again, thread that needle and find that throw, but Xbox just commits to the foot dive. That means Doom gonna lose most of his life. Always a little stressful for the Legion, sometimes it's too slow. No, Doom, X Factor or not, Xbox just had the plan of action.
Player 1 wins.
And a, all things considered, large number of close games. Xbox going to knock Carlos out, but a really impressive showing from the Canadian Viper. Definitely a team to look at if you're trying to pick up something interesting and unique. After that, we're going to be moving into the next match, which is going to be, I think it's Jumpman versus Legend, I assume. Oh, that one's already played. Never mind. It's going to be Fox versus Jumpman. Yeah, okay. Definitely a change of pace. Xbox going to move from a 0. Playing what we discovered is a more frenetic and heavily action-based team with Amaterasu.
Live and let die. Fight! Crossover attack. Crossover attack.
Do we know which side is which?
Marvel versus Capcom 3.
We find out Xbox on the left still? Okay.
Superheroes are all here. Who will rise to the sun? See what you can do. Bone Wonderland.
There can be only one winner.
Ready?
Definitely something to note is that Mist and Veils is a very good suppressant to Xbox's team. A lot of the combos his characters have will not work in slow, and a lot of their tools will also become really erratic. And of course implies the character even gets to come out, and Xbox finds the happy birthday he needs and takes care of the dog. You gonna let Chris go? That man definitely gonna let Chris go. We're gonna put it all on his anchor over Wesker. Anchor Wesker. Sometimes nostalgia really hits you right in the face as we see the original demon of Marvel 3 Ultimate. Level 4 Wesker. Okay, still has a bit of X Factor, 5 bars. Jumpman looking really clean as a character, but gets caught. Xbox going to be able to route directly into Ragnarok with the second satellite pickup. The orbs keep it consistent and finds the setup long distance crossup.
Player 1 wins.
Definitely trading momentum there. Xbox able to stop that Wesker before it became too much. Adjust for the missile. Xbox goes to either look for a reset or find a big spend here. At high health from Chris, just going to set up for the neutral situation after the reset, possibly use Vajra. Jumpman wants to make use of his Follow My Lead, brings in the Wesker early, and immediately commits a high octane attack from his team. Even in the late 2026 meta, a lot of what Amy brings to the table is still a threat. Xbox X Factor into Excalibur. Ooh, a little too early on that counter. Been looking for the Vajra there. Definitely a good idea. We could say Xbox a little off timing for a lot of his stuff. He definitely puts a little bit more air room. See what you're doing. So I'm not sure using any more counters in the set's going to be that effective. Xbox is just not predictable the way Jumpman wants him to be. However, on the other hand, the neutral situation's still well in hand. Jumpman able to put a lot of pressure, but An overcommit, not able to put a threat on and stop Doom from going for the super. Loses his dog. Still has the X Factor lead and the meter, but this character can struggle to find these last little bits of hit. Jumpman gonna put his faith in getting underneath the Doom, but Legend just jabs him.
Player 1 wins.
Xbox. Seeing, yeah, a lot more resets, not a lot of human rocket super. Definitely, I'm not sure if that's a specific matchup thing he's got for the Chris or just an identification he has against Jumpman to get these kills. But the level of restraint on his spending is definitely always coming back for Xbox when he needs to get these kills. But I'm questioning slightly why the introduction of Wesker there, hoping to get the hit. But anyway, Jumpman finds that last thread of hope with that throw, and now it is his turn in the driver's seat. That's the pick. And one more, follow my lead. Where are we going? Once the character wants this team, where are we going once again? Incredible read. Finds it. Team Hyper. Will this be enough to kill Strider? Nova. My god, I'm dropping names here. Apologies to that one.
Player 2 wins.
Jumpman, when they struggle and the scramble get pretty intense, he's very calm and looking for situations where he can swing. Xbox looking for the reset, sets up the wall. God, both these players just very aware of what they can and cannot do. Just feeling like a lot of interesting exchanges between the two of them. Risky foot dive, doesn't get punished for that. And I wonder if Xbox is just becoming cautious of when he expects the Wesker to come in and another Team Hyper to come out. Jumpman, there we go, sneaks in the Wesker with the flame grenade. Now, this is what probably the biggest point of worry is going to be. When this comes, overwhelms, hits the assist, and takes care of the Doom. Jumpman really has completely tying this up entirely with the unique tech of his team. Loses almost every one of these single hits, and yet it never plays to be the biggest factor. This time, catches the Wesker. Definitely a little predictable. I wonder if Xbox is going to spend the X here. No, choosing Snap. Yep. I may not actually agree with this. I feel like Chris was such an easy character to take care of. But I think it was more important to probably kill that Wesker. At any point in time, they can Mist and Veils to get in the safe Wesker. Resets Mist and Veils. Yeah, off the ground for Nova in Mist and Veils becomes completely unusable. Oh, Jumpman did spend 2 bars there, so I'm not going to be able to have it on deck initially. Pick a few gunshots or a really good read on his normals. Not sure what that was, but it worked out anyway. You have 2 bars, X Factor ticking down at level 2. Didn't need it. What a cold start setup. Takes the mid-screen body. I don't know what side that was on. Legend. Like that's a lot like a legend version of that. Legends generally hits pretty weird when you set it up like that for grenades, but Okami Shuffle's version a little bit better. This happy little Xbox not able to take care of that mix. And Jumpman, things look bad, and suddenly they didn't. Going to advance, and that means he's going to fight Feed Your Greed. Thank you very much, Xbox. You played at an amazing level tonight. I hope you'll be back next week. It seems to be a regular thing for the Tuesday Tussle. Just a little something to get you out of your Monday slump and into your marvelous Wednesday. As soon as we get our next player connected, we're going to keep advancing.
Ready? Fight!
Yeah, with the final players in, this is going to be... Both players' opportunity to take it to Yulian Grand Finals.
Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get ready for the fight of your life.
Something to the advantage of both players across the board. Jumpman having access to the team, follow my lead, definitely good at hitting a lot of the characters, as well as catching weird things like Vajra Height. However, Sea Viper, specifically in Feed Your Greed's hands, definitely able to snipe Cold Star.
Wonderland. Fight it out. Get ready to brawl. Fight! Attack.
Interestingly, starts the dog. Feed Your Greed on the left, Jumpman on the right, but you can see... I'm curious about this. Is there a particularly good matchup for Dog against Viper? I don't think I've seen these two play enough. Often they were on the same team, Team Marlin Pie. The shield definitely able to stop a lot of things, and even better, consistent hit here. Sets a Bloom, Mist and Veils, brings back in Wesker. I'm a little curious about the motivation for Jumpman to do that, but that looked like it was working. However, I think we're going to see a pretty good, no, never mind, we don't see a good combo to kill here. But nothing is unfair game for Viper when she's got all the tools at seismic ranges. I cannot believe she still caught that. X-Vectors for the kill, I can see why. Wants to guarantee a kill and guarantee a mix, but let's loose the other variation. Jumpman, not. You can see playing Miss Chris. This time I'm going to be having access to two different follow my leads. Just looking to overwhelm what I thought was a fairly decent advantage already against Feed Your Greed's team. And it looks like it's paying out.
Fire 2 wins.
Still an interesting opener for the dog. But the rest of the fundamentals of the team, both a lot of great gameplay and just merit on merit for the synergy. Peter doing the best he can in X Factor and Mists and Veils, tries to find as much damage as he can. What'll be nice about his team is while X Factor for Strider is pretty big, as long as he keeps Viper in the front and leading, he does not need it to get these kills. And, oh. Are they just going to play it out, or are they going to take it? Did we catch who that pause was?
Versus Capcom 3. The world's greatest heroes are all here. Lay claim to your glorious victory. Bone Wonderland. Go for broke. Fight!
Hey, I'm not exactly sure who was the pauser there, but the action does commence again. Snaps him out of the Mist and Veils, bring in the Wesker. Do wonder maybe if they were hoping to be able to stop him from coming out altogether, because that was actually what usually Jumpman wants. That last little drop possibly going to be a huge loss for the Viper. Snaps in the Strider. Thought the satellite was going to connect from there, but Wesker does get a hit. Unfortunately, Ami doesn't get caught on the concentrated part of the Dante. So back to neutral we go. Neither player losing character, but Major Greed slowly tearing apart that life bar. Mist and Veils up again. Just goes for the swing, recognizing the fact that they are incredibly capable of punishing a lot of Viper stuff when it's flooded like that. But a sneaky blink cross with the Strider. Something simple, something effective. Going to find this kill. Possibly not even have to spend. And relentless pressure. Oh my god, Foot Dive barely doesn't get hit by the EX. But a good catch on the dog. What a dispatch. And takes out Follow My Lead. Jumpman going to be heavily reliant on this point, just on that X Factor. But see, Peter Greed gonna slow it down, I think, a little, and just play out as many of his resources as possible. It's not a matter of whether or not Viper beats do. We're just gonna play a clean Viper game and see if they can take out either Meter or X Factor from. In this case, both. Little situation. Still a major threat, but that was probably one of the best things they could do. Forcing it before they lost Viper definitely took a lot of the time off the clock. Now, just has to find a way to stall out the rest. A lot of actions, a lot of choices here. Both players now out of X. The life bar incredibly in the favor of Jumpman, but there is still a chance. I have to optimize this. It's a matter of a quick reset, possibly a raw super or anything, to just take the life lead. There's no way to get a kill, but you can possibly connect here. Good read and gets caught by the photons. What a reaction from Jumpman. And with that pause being the definite middle game, does look like Future Greed going to fall out just before Grand Finals. And Jumpman goes on to fight Yuli. So shout out to Glass in the chat. Ooh. Zetsu, I think we just lost video feed. Again, everybody, check our Discord if you'd like to be involved. It's a small event today, but it could be a large event next week. Reminder, Jumpman going to need to take both the reset and the set afterwards. Well, Yuli only needs to win 3.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's right. The third chapter. The superheroes
Back to the Chris.
will rise to the top.
So versus the Viper, he runs the Doom, but versus Zero, he runs Chris. Interesting. I learned a little something new today.
Wonderland.
There can be only one winner.
Go for broke. Fight!
Hey, Yuli definitely playing a little bit slower. I think. And actually, I do wonder in this situation. He gave a lot of room for breathing to Jumpman, which then, in particular in his character, he can take it quite far. He's going to get a lot of bar for the rest of his synergies. Okami Shovel going to set this up perfectly. I question the logic. Stabilize has Chris in the A1 slot, so either gonna need 3 bars or find a way out to get these variations, unless he specifically wants the grenade variation to follow my lead here. No, but bringing Chris against Virgil and actually proving to be what he wanted. Able to get a good kill here and build a lot of that bar that fuels most of his team sequences. Interesting. Once again, a little bit of a looser play from Jumpman there. Something that he was able to check in on. However, nothing loose about using Snap into X Factor to make a very good and intelligent read in the situation. What a throw. Unable to get the punish though, but Flame Grenade does mean that it's still Jumpman's neutral, and this, a lot of damage between those two characters now. Now, the first and most consistent part of this fully underway. Yuli going to be able to take a lightning loop. Something that's so interesting about snapping his whiskers, you cannot guarantee the kill. He is going to be able to immediately do this. His team wants his anchor Western just as much as it doesn't, because you put him in perfect follow my lead position. I wonder if Yuli will take note of that and possibly not make that his next choice of action for the follow-up. Still, Virgil is in the back. No game is complete. Maybe it is. Maybe I lied. The game may in fact be complete before this character even gets to X Factor. That's the sequence. And incredibly, it is now Yuli's time. Ooh. Didn't want to drop that. It's Yuli's time. He's going to start the Satan Parade. There's the mix. Nice cross under read into Rapid Slash. How did Jumpman read that? Throws the snap. Gets the confirm. Jumpman playing at an incredible reaction level. Also, Zetsu name is still wrong for Xbox. Snaps again, and just gonna stick to the plan. I mean, yes, this character in the corner is the most vulnerable he's going to be, but anytime he gets free, you just set him up for what he wants to do. Brings in the Chris again. Cold Star, Flame Grenade. I love that sequence. And yeah, Jumpman just gonna let Chris go. Really, actually, the hidden missile is actually ruining his sequence. X Factor's on tap. And that's really what I would consider the more optimal choice for dealing with the Wesker. Just run him in with X Factor Virgil as opposed to snap him early. However, that very briefly looked like Jumpman was going to be the one to actually take the comeback here, but still in the blender. Yuli's just had a little bit more in the tank to go for. Yuli, much to a lot of his prowess, going to do his best to stave off any attempts for Jumpman to reset this. We move into a 1 on the board for Yuli, 2 on the board before reset for Jumpman, and looking like it may soon be 2-2. Is a great happy birthday going to leave Ami bleeding. Chris not much better. Gets the snap, gets the hit, but oh wait, no, he has given the gift of space. And you knew it was coming. Tries to get the reset afterwards, hits the assist. And you can tell Jumpman is just looking to get some more bar here. Oh, sacrificial Chris, but he doesn't actually lose him. Wow. Yuli probably hitting that assist button just a little too long. Sometimes referred to as that Parsec magic problem. Feeds Virgil on an accidental tag. And now this looking like it's going to be an all Jumpman game. Follow my lead. Gets the Magnum pickup. That's a nice little bit of extra damage earned bar. The Flame Grenade still there? Just out of range. Yuli very happy about that situation. Chris, Yuli still has X Factor, still has Doom. But a lot of players have really labbed out how well Ami fights Zero, and pretty much it does result to that. Ami's ability to punish even something as simple as a Kami Shuffle while using the shield. So great. And then players at the level of Ami play, like Jumpman, able to use the blade, that Storm Sword, to just poke and harass, while Bloom and Paper just keeps them covered. X-Factor ticking down from Yuli. They've still got a Wesker in the back. Jumpman playing in a very comfortable position here. There we go. That's the end of the catch-up. chip now back on the table. And what a pickup.
Player 2 wins.
And that's the reset. We are now into a last 3 matches of the night. Someone's going home grand finalist, someone's going home silver medal. Really gonna stick with Dr. Doom?
Bone Wonderland. Ready? Fight!
I am honestly shocked he got out of that. But this one looking a lot better. Is Yuli going to snap again, or are they just going to kill through? Look at either one as that character almost completely destroyed, and now Jumpman loaded with meter. Able to use Mists and Veils to guarantee the tag into Whisker. Definitely a little bit of a gap when we were trying to figure out what Jumpman was up to, but that win plan, pretty rock solid. Yet gets Culture on the assist. Oh, has to be cautious, has to be careful. Play out the defense. Give Yuli no opportunity to get the confirm here, and now almost up to that tick level 2 again, and he's got it. As soon as he gets Ami back, it's going to be access to full my lead. He gets the guarantee. Yuli, I think you should have just let the 0 die. To stall at the X Factor and force a block stun situation. X Factor is up. It's a pretty simple objective here. You can see Yuli's plan was just to prevent a fall on my root. So instead, just uses a DHC off of Phantom Dance. Chops and brings it down. And Doom, it didn't look great last time when this matchup played out. Yuli, a great Doom, but definitely one of the characters he plays less than his usual 3. And Ami, also just one of those characters that will sometimes fact check you on combos because the characters don't work on her. Ooh. Not sure what both players were doing there, but Jumpman favors the risk on a swing, gets the confirm, and brings himself up 1 victory into this reset. Yuli waited for the moment, almost looked like no one was home there, but did in fact prevent that Doom from dying. However, that means Jumpman got access to bar, and just going to roll the dice on whether he gets that confirmed flame grenade still in play. And the low profile. Jumpman able to identify when he gets in little situations like that and make the most of it. Gonna put the flame grenade and the cold star into effect here. Oh, you do not want to call your assist into that. And another victory. Jumpman looking really good. Is Yuli gonna bring in the Dante? We're gonna stick with it. Didn't respect the flame grenade. Gets past the hidden missiles into the Magnum. That's both gonna get this kill and give him a lot of bar. Oh no, chooses to spend. I think grenade may have actually been enough there. We're gonna get that mix up. I just don't know. Well, it seems a little weird. I don't think Paper beats most of Virgil's stuff coming in like that. So sacrificial crits does take about half the X Factor time, but oh, the dog not much better. just like that, Yuli shows why it's been so hard to knock this man out of many winners and grand finals. Wow, another incredibly clutch throw. Anything can actually for Chris in situations like that. So monumental. Yuli. I guess they were trying to take advantage of that thrown grenade, but immediately Jumpman finds a punish on them. And Yuli, we know he's got such a dominant Virgil. As I say that, he calls him too early and loses him. If Yuli intends to play this way, I think he should just put Doom in the back on his team setup here. Every time he tries to bring him in early, something bad happens.
Player 2 wins.
Mission accomplished. All right, let's roll out.
Just like that. That barely felt like a cap at all. Jumpman, that's 3. Showing the power of Follow My Lead and Ami in 2026. I think this, for a Tuesday tussle, is a well-deserved Grand Finals victory, and of course, thank you for everyone else who came to play. See if Zetsu wants me to say anything else, but I think those were so many amazing matches back-to-back. Of course, I will start with the usual. Check our Discord. We have got 2XKO tomorrow, and Tuesdays are the day for Tuesday Tussle Marvel. It's a good server if you want to play especially around the central United States area. I think I want to throw out the usual thank you everybody for watching. It's been a big, enjoyable time to come together for some wonderful Marvel vs. Capcom 3. As a reminder, if you haven't already joined the Match Arena, please join the Match Arena so you can receive your payment for those, specifically Jumpman and Yuli. And of course, if you want, you can always There we go.